Efforts by the Hungiguk to form a political party are gathering steam. The rural body says the aim is to take part in next year's district council elections. Jenny Lam reports.
Acting Chief Executive Carrie Lam was among those attending a Lunar New Year gathering held by the Hungiguk today. But does the government really get on with the rural body? The two sides have been at odds over a number of issues, such as government plans to incorporate Tai Long Saiwan into a surrounding country park. Cook Chairman Lau Wong Fat said today they need to catch up with the times by consolidating rural power. And Vice Chairman Daniel Lam says efforts to form a new political party are well underway. The plan is to include primarily Hungiguk members to start with, and they will also invite professionals to join the party to further boost relations between indigenous and non-indigenous villagers. Part of the reason for a new political party is to minimize the loss of votes to rival groups during elections. Lam said the Cook has a certain level of support in both the new territories east and west, yet the rural body lacks the organization of a political party to make those votes work in its favor. National People's Congress Standing Committee member Rita Fan says the Cook and the government appear to be on friendly terms. Fan does not believe the move by the rural body to form a political party represents a split in the pro-establishment camp. Jenny Lam, TVB News.
The Democratic Party has called on the financial secretary to address the needs of the middle class in his upcoming budget. A recent survey conducted by the party shows that middle-class income earners favor tax concessions rather than policies that increase recurrent government expenditure. Vicky Kung reports.
Calls for relief for the middle class in the budget speech. The Democratic Party interviewed 819 people over the phone last month to gather the public's views towards the financial secretary's blueprint. The interviewees were classified into 5 income groups. Those who make between $30,000 and $50,000 a month were considered middle class. Results show that about 40% of them believe the government should provide one-off measures such as tax rebates and electricity subsidies. Only about 20% support increasing recurrent government expenditure to boost welfare, education and medical services.
The middle class thought that the policy just has already helped the grassroots and the poor, and it is their turn that the government should do something for them.
The party has made 3 major suggestions. On individual tax allowances, the Democrats want to increase the basic allowance to $132,000 and the married person's allowance to $264,000. In terms of salaries, tax, and a 2% tax rate for the first $40,000 of net chargeable income, the party wants to raise that to $50,000. It's also calling on the government to raise the dependent parent and child allowances.
I think the government should actually first address the concern of the middle class by reducing the tax burdens, which is in our estimate is only about $5 billion, only a small portion of the surplus.
The party is also putting together a tax reform proposal that would be submitted to the government in the near future. Vicky Kong, TVB News.
It was commuter chaos for millions of Londoners as they faced another morning of travel nightmares during a 48-hour strike by London Underground workers. The workers are angry at ticket office closures and job cuts. Staff from the 2 main rail unions began the strike Tuesday night, leaving many people stranded or forced to pack onto overcrowded buses. Transport for London, which runs the public transport network, says just 1 underground line was running normally at rush hour today. Talks between the unions and the employer are due to resume tomorrow in a bid to avert a second 48-hour walkout planned for later this month.
A second major winter storm in 3 days has wreaked havoc in many parts of the United States. The country's northeast was hit the hardest. Here's NBC News with more.
The second blast of winter weather this week packed a more potent punch than the first.
You can't even get out and enjoy this. It's miserable.
Heavy snow and ice snapping trees onto power lines, plunging more than 1 million customers into the dark, causing nightmares on the roads from the Midwest to Maine, a sloppy, dangerous mix.
it's coming down pretty quick. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up.
If you need to shovel, do it now because this stuff is going to turn into cement.
In and around Philadelphia, more than 700,000 lost electricity. Pennsylvania, by far the hardest hit of many states, suffering outages today. Yet another blow to a region where winter blues are growing.
A few hospitals, I think it's about 5 or 6 right now in southeastern Pennsylvania, that are on generator at this point. This winter storm has had a direct impact all across the state of Pennsylvania.
In Indiana, it wasn't ice that posed the biggest threat to drivers. Fast falling snow made roadways treacherous, folks digging out cars on some streets, spinning out on others. In New Jersey, an elderly couple had to be rescued when their car stalled in 3 feet of water. Those on mass transit faced a different set of problems. New York City subways and commuter trains had long delays and some cancellations, leaving trains overcrowded and passengers frustrated.
So I'm just jammed into this bus with everybody else.
Oh my God, this is worse than I've ever seen.
Slushy, slippery streets made it tough to get around. Pedestrians worked together to navigate flooded intersections.
It's a real pain in the neck, but I guess if we pull together, we can get through it.
Airlines are still limping after Monday's northeast storm. Nearly 5,000 disruptions posted nationwide. In Detroit, 2 Delta jets got stuck on the tarmac. Back-to-back storms are thinning road treatment supplies in many cities. One Ohio town has run out completely. But in Milwaukee, relief. 2 ships carrying 50,000 tons of salt arrived to fortify stockpiles around Wisconsin.
All right, Chris, what do you have for us in sports today?
We have a trip to Spain, where we'll find out that Real Madrid took a big step toward the Copa del Rey final after a 3-0 win over Atletico Madrid. Jameson Wong with the highlights.
No Gareth Bale for Real Madrid, but they didn't need him. Atletico outplayed and unlucky at the Bernabeu. Pepe's effort off Insua gave the home team the lead after 17 minutes. Before the hour mark, Jesse Rodriguez doubled the advantage, Jesse starting in place of the injured Bale. Angel Di Maria's shot deflected by Miranda made the final score 3-0. Atletico saw their 24-match unbeaten run come to an end. Making matters worse, the Spanish league leaders will miss Diego Costa for the return leg after he was booked. Jameson Wong, TVB News.
Former England captain David Beckham has officially announced his intentions to own a Major League Soccer franchise. The team will be based in Miami, and Beckham has promised to bring established stars to South Beach.
I wanted to create a team that we can start from scratch. I know there was a team here 10 years ago, and unfortunately they folded. But I think going forward, I wanted to create a team that can be very personal. Everything that I've done throughout my career has been very personal to me. The decisions that I've made are all very personal. And like this one, it's a big decision, but it's a very personal one. I want to make it my own team.
A deal is expected to be finalized soon. However, it could be several years before a Beckham-owned team takes to the field. Plans are in the works to build a 25,000-seat stadium. The NBA now in the Miami Heat beat the LA Clippers 116-112. LeBron.
And that is our news for today.
Thanks for watching.
Good evening. It was mainly cloudy today with sunny intervals in the afternoon. At 5 p.m., a relatively mild and humid easterly airstream was affecting the South China coast. And today's temperatures ranged from 16.7 to 21.6 degrees, and the relative humidity was between 77 to 92%. The current temperature is now standing at 19 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is 86%. A trace of rain has been recorded since midnight. So, Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? Mainly cloudy with sunny periods again tomorrow. Temperatures will range from 19 to 24 degrees. It'll get cooler this weekend. Tomorrow morning's air quality health index will be low to moderate, and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 7. And now to the latest global weather update. Rain in Shanghai, showers in Taipei and Xiamen. Cloudy in Guangzhou and Chengdu. Snow in Beijing, cloudy in Seoul. Bright in Bangkok, cloudy in Ho Chi Minh City and Manila. Bright in Kuala Lumpur, sunny in Singapore. Bright in New Delhi, sunny in Karachi and Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo, bright in Nairobi. Showers in Brisbane, sunny in Melbourne. Bright in Toronto, sunny in New York. Sunny in Vancouver, showers in San Francisco. Bright in London, rain in Amsterdam. And that's weather. Have a lovely evening.